Hey guys, welcome to my video. For today's tutorial, I will be teaching you how to make my charming rectangle Afghan. To begin, all you're going to need is some yarn and a crochet hook. For this tutorial, you will need to know how to make chains, how to make the slip stitch, and the double crochet stitch. I have videos on all of those and I will have them listed down below. So the base of our rectangle blanket is made from 4 granny squares joined together. I already have a tutorial on how to make the basic granny square. I will have that listed down below. I am going to be going through it very quickly in this tutorial since I already have a video out on it. And to start those granny squares, you're going to make a circle that turns into a square. I have a playlist and I will have that listed down below with a bunch of different tutorials on how to make circles. You can pick which one you are most comfortable with and go with that for your squares. I am going to be using the chain 4 method. I will have that listed down below, and that's how I'm going to be making my granny squares. So for row 1 of my granny square, I have 4 chains. I'm going to make 2 double crochet into the chain farthest away from my hook. These 3 chains in the chain 4 count as a double crochet, so I have my first side of 3 double crochet. Make 3 chains for our first corner. Make 3 double crochet into this center space for our next side. 3 chains for the next corner, 3 double crochet in the center space for our next side, 3 chains for our next corner, 3 double crochet into that center space for our last side. It's a square, so we're going to want 4 sides and 4 corners. 3 chains for the last corner. I'm back at the beginning of my row, slip stitch into those chains at the beginning of the row to complete row 1. To start row 2 of our granny square, flip your square over. We're now looking at the back of my square that I had made. I have brought in my new color. You're going to attach your new color to any corner space and make 3 chains. These 3 chains do count as a double crochet. So you're going to make 2 double crochet into this corner space. So that's technically going to be 3 with those chains. Make 3 chains for our new corner space. Then make 3 double crochet into that same space we were working into. Make 1 chain to skip over this side of 3 double crochet. We're going to be working into this next corner space. So we're going to make the same thing, 3 double crochet, chain 3, and 3 double crochet all into the same corner space. Make a chain to skip over the next side of 3 double crochet, working into this next corner, 3 double crochet, chain 3, and 3 double crochet all into that same corner space. Chain 1 to skip the next side of 3 double crochet, working into this last corner space, 3 double crochet, chain 3, and 3 double crochet all into that corner together. Make 1 chain to skip over the next side of 3 double crochet. We've made it back to the beginning of our row. You can see these chains that we made. You're going to slip stitch into those chains to complete this row. To start row 3 of our granny square, you're going to flip your square over. We're now looking at the front of my square. I brought in my new color. You can attach that new color to any corner space and make 3 chains. These 3 chains do count as a double crochet. Our corners are going to stay the same. So we have these 3 chains. We're going to make 2 double crochet, chain 3, and 3 double crochet into that same corner space. Make 1 chain to skip over this next set of 3 double crochet. Into this side space, you're going to make 3 double crochet. Now, as our sides get bigger, there are going to be more side spaces to work into. Right now, we only have the 1, but you can see on our 3rd row, we're making 2. So you make a chain to skip over the next 3 double crochet, and that's going to create our 2 side spaces. Skipping to our next corner space, 3 double crochet, chain 3, 3 double crochet into that side space, 3 double crochet into that same corner space. For our next side, chain 1 to skip over 3 double crochet into this space right here on our side, make 3 double crochet. Chain 1 to skip over the next 3 double crochet or to our corner. Chain 1 for our next side to skip 3 double crochet into this side space, make 3 double crochet. Chain 1, skip 3 double crochet or to a corner, 3 double crochet in that corner. Chain 3, 3 double crochet into that same corner space. Or to our next side, chain 1, skip 3 double crochet, 3 double crochet into this next space. Then chain 1 to skip over these next 3 double crochet. We're back at the beginning of our row. You're going to slip stitch into the chains you made at the beginning of your row to complete this row. You would now repeat row 3 for how big you want your granny squares. I'm going to continue on and make my 4 granny squares, and I will come back when those are complete. So here are my 4 granny squares. I ended up making 4 rows for each square, and now I'm ready to join them together. So I have joined my 4 squares together, and I use the join as you go method, which I already have a tutorial on. And the only reason I didn't want to go into it in this video is in that video, I already went pretty in depth on how to join squares together and join multiple squares together. So I'm going to go ahead and link that video and the photo tutorial down below so you can see how I ended up joining these squares together. But you can see that I joined them together in a row. So this is going to be the base of our rectangle. Now we're going to get into the tutorial on how to start the border sort of, or the body around these 4 squares. So we will get into that next. So we're ready to make our first row around our rectangle of granny squares. And if you're familiar with the granny stripe stitch, that is what we're going to be doing. I will have that video listed down below, but I will quickly go over that tutorial now around our rectangle. So we're starting with our rectangle. We're looking at the back of it. So you could see the join. We're looking at the back of this join right here. Brought in my new color. You're going to attach it to any corner space, and you're going to make 3 chains. These 3 chains are going to count as a double crochet. So we're going to make 2 double crochet into this same corner space. 3 chains, 1, 2, 3 for our new corner space. Then 3 double crochet into this corner space that we're working into. So that's how our corner is looking. So technically it's 3 double crochet, chain 3, 3 double crochet, and that's how our corners are going to stay for the rest of this pattern. You're going to make 1 chain to skip over this block of 3 double crochet, and into any previous open space you're going to make 3 double crochet. Chain 1, skip this block of 3, 3 double crochet into the next open space. And you're going to continue on with this sequence. And then I will tell you what you're going to need to do right here where these squares are joined. So we're to this little join right here. You can see we have an open space on each side of these squares. They're going to act like these same open spaces we've been working into. So chain 1, skip this block of 3, 3 double crochet into this open space. Chain 1 to keep with this pattern, 3 double crochet into this next open space. Chain 1, skip this next 3, 3 double crochet into this next open space. You're now going to continue with this sequence until you reach your next corner space. So we've reached our corner space. You're going to make 3 double crochet into that corner, chain 3, and 3 double crochet into this same corner space. So now our sequence is going to be the same. On the sides, chain 1, skip 3, 3 double crochet into each space, and then our corners, 3 double crochet, chain 3, 3 double crochet. I'm going to continue this row and come back when I'm ready to finish it. I'm now back at the beginning of my row where I made these chains. You're simply going to slip stitch into those chains to complete this row. You're now going to continue to make rows like the one that we just made around our rectangle for how wide you want your blanket. And I did want to note that going forward, you're going to flip your rectangle front to back and back to front. Each row, like we were doing with our squares, it's going to keep your rectangles straight. So I'm going to continue to make rows for how wide I want my example blanket, and I will come back when those rows are complete. So this is how my blanket is looking so far. I ended up making 14 rows from the initial squares that I had joined. I've made 14 rows around them. And my width is about 52 inches right now. I typically make my blankets around 55 by 60 inches for a throw size. I'm leaving myself a few inches because I think I'll want to make a border around this one in the end. So right now we are not going to be making any more width. We're going to be working on the length of our blanket. So instead of making rows all the way around, we're going to be working them on the long sides of our blanket only going forward. I'm now ready to work on the length of my blanket. So we're going to be making this same stitch, but we're just going to be working it along both of the long sides of our blanket. So this is my wide side where it's the shorter side, and then this is my longer side of the blanket. We're going to be making the same stitch along this side and the opposite side. So to begin this stitch along this side, you are going to bring in some yarn and attach it to your corner space and make 3 chains. These 3 chains are going to count as 1 double crochet. Make 2 double crochet into this same corner space. That's going to make a block of 3 double crochet because these chains count as a double crochet. You're going to make a chain, skip 3 double crochet, work 3 into the next open space. And you're going to repeat this sequence of the chain 1, skip 3, and then make 3 in the next open space for the rest of your row. I'm going to continue on and make the rest of my row. So I made it to the end of my row. You're going to end on 1 block of 3 in this corner space at the end of your row. I'm going to bring in my scissors, I'm going to cut my yarn, I'm going to fasten off that row. So that's how it is looking. You would now repeat this same row on the long side, on the opposite side of your rectangle. I'm going to go ahead and make that row, and I will come back when that row is complete. So here's how that first row is looking for the long sides of our blanket. I'm now ready to make a second row for the long sides of our blanket. To start the second row on the long sides of our blanket, you're going to make 4 chains. These 4 chains are going to count as 1 double crochet and a chain. So using these 4 chains, we're going to skip over this block of 3 double crochet into this first open space made from a previous chain. You're going to make 3 double crochet. So you can see that chain 4 made a space that we will work into on our next row. Now you're going to continue the sequence of chain 1 to skip over 3 double crochet and then 3 double crochet into the next open space. And you would continue on with this sequence until you reach the last block of your row. When you get to the end of your row, you're going to have a block of 3 double crochet left. Technically, it's 2 double crochet and some chains, but these chains are counting as a double crochet. So we're going to make something to match the beginning of our row where we made that chain 4. We're going to make 1 chain to skip over this block of 3, and then you're going to make a double crochet into this last stitch or into the tops of these chains. And this chain and double crochet are going to match that chain 4. You can see how it made a space that you're going to work into on your next row. I'm now going to repeat this row 2 for the other side of my blanket, the other long side, and I will come back when that row is complete. So here's how that second row is looking on each of the long sides of my blanket. You would now alternate between rows 1 and 2, the ones that we made on the long side of our blanket, on each side for how long you want your blanket. So I'm going to continue on making rows on each side, each long side of my blanket until I reach the length that I want for my example blanket, and I will come back when my blanket is complete. So this is how my blanket is looking. I ended up making 22 rows on each long side of my blanket. And that is going to be how to make my charming rectangle Afghan. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please like and subscribe for more from me. You can follow me on all social media at crochetmelovely, all one word. Please leave me any feedback down below for future videos and tutorials that you would like to see. Thank you guys so much for being here and have a great day.